Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. It has been a very long time yet again since I have last made a video. I do have no words to say except for I am terribly sorry for having yet again neglected to make another video. Anyhow, we're back 2 months since last recording, and very pretty night in game. So here we are in South Kanos on the other side of the world, way far away from Freeport, which is where my last characters are. And yeah, so here we are on a level 5 wizard, I believe this is. That is the wrong window. Sorry guys. Yep, here we are on a level 5 wizard, currently in South Kanos. This is the fresh start that I promised you guys. If I had no comments telling me on a certain character to play through on this channel, I told you guys that I would go for just a general character that is a low level of whatever class I choose, and we'll just play from here on up and see where we get in this world. I'm very sorry if my voice sounds kind of hoarse today. Usually my recordings don't do justice. My microphone is terrible. I'm so sorry that you guys have to put up with that with watching these videos. And I apologize for mannerisms of speaking. I'm a little bit of a rambler sometimes when it comes to talking, so I do apologize in advance. So that's enough I'm sorry's for one video. So here we are in the complete other side of the globe. One of the next biggest cities in this game. It's a city that's full of normal, friendly characters and characters that also may want to rip your face off if you are the wrong religion, the wrong faction, the wrong oh, somebody died. Which I can almost guarantee you this person died because of a corrupt guard. Now, I'm going to turn the music down because that is doing havoc on my ears and probably your ears. So as we see here, this guy is dead, telling by the word corpse there, for sure. It's either a corrupt guard did this to him because he is either an evil faith or a good faith. And one of the main issues with this game, if you are a newbie and you've never played the game before, is that within cities and towns and everywhere, just absolutely everywhere in this game, based on what faith you are in this game, people are going to have it out for you whether you like it or not. Even if you are completely new and you don't know what NPCs are on your side, which ones are against you, you can have NPCs in this game that are supposed to be on your side based on your race, but if you pick an incorrect religion for your character, for your role, you know, if you roll a character, yeah, it can end up being a very hard time playing your new character. So, for example, if you choose to be a human in this game, which this is a human town, I myself am a human wizard in this game. If you play human and you choose a agnostic, you're not going to be liked probably by multiple sub-factions, which I do not know about yet. I hope that there's none around here that want to kill me because I'm an agnostic. There's also, if you're a human and you choose to worship one of the the good deities, such as like Nathaniel Mar or something, which is a healing god, you'll be liked by some people, especially the Temple of Life here in Kanos. Oh, there's a guy right there. Oh, multiple people. Looks like a group running through here. Then yeah, you're going to be liked by most of the good guys, and if you come across a guard that happens to be corrupt, which means he is a worshiper of an evil deity, which there is an underground section to the city full of evil people, yeah, he's going to melt your face or he's going to stab you to death if he finds you, and you're walking around here at night and you're behind a house or something, or just in general, if you come across them, they're going to smoke you, you're going to die. And vice versa, if you choose to play a guy that worships Bertoxulus, which is an evil god, the Plaguebringer, yeah, your face is going to get melted off by every single one of the guards here because you are an evil character, and they do not like people who worship evil deities in this game too much. Go figure, right? Alright, we're back. Sorry about that microphone issue. Anyhow, yeah, basically this game is chock full of things that are out to kill you, out to rob you, pretty much just out to ruin your time in general. But one of the main things about this game is no matter how hard it gets, you're going to find something probably that you're going to end up enjoying. Oh, hey, drop the note. Take the note. Yeah, see, he knows. Okay, he's walking away. If I remember correctly, that dude right there that dropped that note says something about, I think it's a ship or a shipment that's coming into this town, because he's kind of a shady character, that guy. Picked up his notes many times on many characters and opened it, and yeah, to say he's probably not up to good, but you know, not in my control. Man, my voice is very off tonight. I don't know why. I don't know why I swallow so much whenever I talk. That's very annoying and very nasty. Somebody's gonna have to tell me what causes that, because it's either I got something wrong with my throat, or I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bit odd right there. Who knows? Anyhow, enough rambling around this side of town with my head cut off. We're gonna go to North Kanos now. I can't see jack squat in this tunnel. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna zone into North Kanos here, and we're going to head up to the Newbie yard area and see what we got. Because we are in the safe zone for now. Being level 5, mainly going to be going after small critters and animals like that, beetles, you name it. Decaying skeletons. Another dead guy. That right there is a dark elf, which I think they have to worship Inaruk, which is the Prince of Hate. So yeah, he got melted for sure when you walk in here, because he's also a dark elf on top of that, worshiping an evil deity. Man, he is grooving through here. Why are you walking like that? Follow this guy. He's on a mission. Yeah, turn that wall. What the hell am I doing? Alright. Yeah, this guy right here, if any of you guys happen to have a character, if you ever played this game, or if you already have a tune and you don't know this dude here is a complete schmuck. Do not sell anything to him. He is going to rip you off. I think if you actually do ask one of the guards, what am I, Irish? One of the guards out here. So let's see, guard Hezin. Let's see if he has to say anything about this. Nope, talking about Sabretooth. One of the guards tells you not to sell to him. Okay, right here. Guard Gannis, maybe is what that says. Says, welcome to Kanos. Name is, Gannis Taurus. If you're looking to do some trading, steer clear of that two-ball fellow. He's talking about the dude over there, the one I was just at, which I think that poor guy just sold something to him. He better get his money back. He says, I would steer clear of that two-ball fellow. He's from High Pass, and they are known for taking advantage of travelers. So, yeah, two-ball weaver, do not sell anything to this guy. He's going to rob you. He is a used car salesman when it comes to selling goods. High Pass Hold, not an ideal place to go to, especially at low level until you're in your 20s, which takes a long time, because not only are you going to get mugged by orcs, but there's also bandits chilling out around there as well. So it just doesn't sound like a good time at all. And yeah, so pretty much everything on this side of the world, that being the eastern side of the continent of Antarctica, which I'm on right now, the main continent. Everything on the eastern side is pretty much open land full of gnolls, demon worshipping cultists, dead and undying things. A lot of nasty, scary things. This looks like Silent Hill right now with how dark and silhouetted everything is against the night sky. It looks kind of unnerving, doesn't it? Yeah, me choosing a human of all races, I do have night blindness, so this is going to be a hell of a character to play through, because when it comes to nighttime in this game, I'm going to see nothing for however long nighttime takes in this game, multiple hours. Definitely not going to have a solid way to, you know, navigate the dark at all throughout this entire character's life, until I get my hand on some sort of magic item, but that takes a lot of time. A lot of time. So in the meantime, we're going to do some exploring. Very interesting. This has, I think if you travel, let's get rid of the HUD here. If you travel around in this game a little bit and you happen to come across the continent of, I think it's Fadeware, that is where the High Elves, Wood Elves, I think it's the Dwarfs as well. Anyways, I think this is Elven writing on these boxes. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. That's interesting. It looks almost like the Druid marker stones. I'm not sure what the writing on the box is supposed to signify. Who knows? Pretty neat. We are in the guard quarters right now, so if I was in London, I'd probably get yelled at right now, but, you know, this is Kanos. This is not England. Looks like England, don't it? You know, stone architecture and wooden flooring, I guess, right? I'm just kidding. England has a multitude of different houses, I'm sure. Guard for a thing. I can't pronounce names today. And his boxes have no writing. Maybe he doesn't like the elves. I'm getting some Elder Scrolls Daggerfall vibes being inside here. Any of you guys ever played that game? This feels like a very Daggerfall-like environment in here. Just dungeons and staircases going everywhere. Guard Elrond, that is a bang-up name right there. Whole Leaf, not bad. Vaskif. And Vegalis Keldrain. Oh, more rooms. That's... Man, these guys need a Tempur-Pedic. Look at this. This is awful. The pillows look like they're made out of, what is it? I don't know. They crochet their pillows and the blanket too. Yeah, if anyone sleeps with their head away from the wall like that, you are an abnormal person. You should sleep with your pillow towards the wall. That would drive me crazy. Especially if I had to sleep on a bunk bed that was this small and confined. I mean, look at the length of a character in this game. If I had to lay on top of one of these beds, my dude's feet and head would be hanging over. That's a bad night waiting to happen right there. At least this bed gets a chair and a pretty cool, I guess, riveted bed frame. More torches. Let's see what this Keldrain fellow has to say. I'm not sure what this dude says. I think he has to give you a quest or something. Greetings, by order of Council of Kanos, I've given the duty of apprehending individuals responsible for unleashing this terrible plague upon the people and the land of Antonius. The more I look into the matter, the more I come to find this will be no easy task. Well, I guess I can give you guys some backstory about that. When it comes to the plague in this side of the world, in the Karanas and that part of the plains of Karana, I should say, there's multiple different ones. They are completely open plains environments. That's just a bunch of trees and mountains and scary mobs. When it comes to the Karana part of the map, part of the world, sorry, I think the god's name is Bertoxulus, Bertoxulo something, OUS probably. Anyhow, that god puts a curse upon the land in this game, and I think it's the DLC when Kunark came out in 2001, which no, that was 2000. Definitely, of course, I was not alive back in 2000 or 2001 or 1999. I just like the game and the lore and the, you know, the knickknacks that are in it. But anyhow, back when, I think it was the last patch either before Kunark dropped or when Kunark dropped. If any of you veteran players out there know about this, please correct me in the comments. I'm just going based off of what I've read somewhere. When that happened, since the devs of this game made everything lore-based when it comes to updates and new things happening and new events unfolding, there was a plague unleashed on this part of the world, which turned all the skies in these zones green for a little while, like a vibrant green, and had a haze and a fog all over it. And it's really cool when you look at it. except for the fact that there was a giant swarm of giant beetles in the actual Karanas part. I think it was West Karana especially, or East, the part that has the gypsy wagon. And they would run around, and if you were just trying to get from point A to point B, they would straight up murk you if they caught you off guard. I think it was constantly I think it was raining quite a bit when that happened too. A lot of storming was going on, so, you know, very, I guess, D&D style campaign stuff, you know, mysterious hazes and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat what the developers would do to this game when updates would launch. Kind of wonder what's going to happen in Project 1999 from here on. I mean, they're obviously at the very end of the Velios expansion, so they pretty much reached their peak, not peak, their maximum time span or maximum lifespan that they can follow the classic part of the game through before Loosland, of course, which is in December of 2001. I think the game's current state is in, what is it? Because I know the patches are based on realistic times, like in the past. So I think that right now the game's current state is either like October or September of 2001. I'm not sure. I think that's the right time period. Yet again, correct me if I'm wrong. I've been very on and off about this game. Haven't really got back into it until recently. It's kind of why I'm just rambling on randomly. I haven't been here in 2 months, so really weird video making habits I have. I've vanished for quite a long time. I have no idea why I do that. Guess I've been a lot of deep thought recently. You know, things have been kind of messy recently. Involving. Of course, everybody knows what goes on in the world. It's always sad what goes on out there, but I don't have any control over that, unfortunately. So I can't help nobody. I mean, try to do what I can. Make people happier when it comes to these kind of videos. Just kind of give somebody something to avert their minds from the terrible things that happen out there. But of course, being in high school, you see things that make you sad. People change, things happen, friend groups fall apart. A lot of drama goes on, a lot of unnecessary stupid things people say to one another. Yeah, I don't know, things like that, they bother me, man. I spent a lot of time just kind of thinking like, man, very primal mindset overtakes people whenever it comes to differences, whether they be subtle or major differences. People become very primal in their mindsets, and it bugs me really bad. I've spent kind of the last few months since going back to school kind of being like, immersed into immersed into a very deep state of thought. Kind of makes you a little bit sad whenever it comes to that kind of stuff, because you sit around and you realize you're like, man, you're like, this is really how the real world's gonna be, especially growing up and becoming an adult. You're gonna be able to see this kind of stuff happen a lot more. Unfortunately, nobody wants to, but it's the hard truth. Sorry about that. I was wondering what that flag was. I don't know what I was doing there. Really just waiting for it to be daylight right now, because being a human absolutely sucks in this game. Because I mean, sure, you get the faction bonuses, I guess, and everything, but actual human characters themselves are not very, how do I say this, very perky. They're not very beneficial whenever you play them. You're just kind of an average Joe. Which, what can you say for a human in a video game? It's kind of how they are, right? Anyhow, off the subject of real world matters and excuses to why I haven't been here. Yeah, I mean, we're on a fresh slate here, you could say. We are all the way on the other side of the globe, away from every other character that I have, except for one. I do have a Wood Elf Ranger out here somewhere. Might show him to you guys someday. He's a pretty neat character. I believe I have a video of that one actually somewhere. Yeah, so really just waiting for the sun to come up. I'm very sorry if I'm boring you guys to death with all this random nonsense while waiting, but, you know, what can you do? Running around like a chick with my head cut off. And yeah, that is the nature of this game. You spend a lot of time waiting, you know, just like real life. You know, nothing comes quick. You gotta wait hours, days, weeks, months, who knows. Well, alright, I'll be right back for y'all just here in a second. Give me just one moment. Alright, and we're back. Anyhow, sorry, I've been having to fix the microphone quite a bit. I have no idea what's going on. It doesn't pick up the audio quite well, does it? Anyhow, back on the subject of Kanos, since I got a little more time to kill here before it becomes morning time. Sky's brightening up just a little bit. It is 2 a.m. in game. So anyways, for anybody who begins a character in this side of the globe, I highly recommend you ask around NPCs and everything for local little quests, you know, to collect experience and kind of get your foot in the door to become a higher level. That door just opened, Poltergeist. So one of the guys I would recommend coming to for a little bit of beginner perk up would be Sneed Galloway here in the shop. If you come up to this guy, you can ask him, you know, if he needs anything. You just hail him. He says, I run the only general store in Alcano, serving one of the many needs. If only somebody would help me with my problem. Now, you see the word right there that's in, I think it's either parentheses or brackets. What you want to do with these words is respond to what it is. So you want to hail them, and then after you speak to them, you want to go, what problem, or put it in the context of a sentence. And then they would say, you know, they'd respond, which in Sneed's case, it's, you know, keep it down, seems like he has a rodent problem. So he needs help killing rats upstairs. And a diseased rat at that, and he wants you to kill the pest and give the head to him as proof that it's done. Now, I understand I'm showing you guys an example here, but I gotta talk about Sneed. Sneed is stupid for wanting to take the head of a diseased rat. I don't know who wants to do that. It's a rat with a disease. I guess if you want to have the head and be weird then, sure, but that's creepy. That's a sewer rat. So this isn't the right rat, but I'm going to kill it anyway. Any moment now. Alright, there it goes. Drop nothing. So you kind of want to wait to find a diseased rat upstairs. And now, whenever you kill the rat that's upstairs, it's a 100% guaranteed drop for the head when you kill it. So you're going to get the head no matter what, no matter how many times you kill it. So, yeah, if I were to find that head right now, which I'm not going to wait and waste the time doing that, you'll want to go downstairs with the head in your inventory, press the I key, get your inventory up, click on the head, drag it over, click on Sneed, and hit give. And then you will get a nice boost of experience, as well as, I think, faction, because, you know, you're helping out a shopkeeper, which that, in turn, I think, lowers prices of goods, so you can buy more crap, you know. So, also, the NPCs have, like, conversations randomly, as you can see here. Nargan and Luneta, you know, they're like, oh, yeah, how you doing? This and that, this and that. Yeah, somebody's talking about somebody laying low and the guards are away, so somebody's doing some illegal stuff around here. Not sure where, but, you know, I guess knock yourself out. Hopefully they're not selling meth behind the tavern. I mean, that'd be very unfortunate. Alright, so we're going to go out on a little bit of a on-foot adventure here, being the level 5 noobs that we are. Very pretty sunset, or sunrise, sorry. Look at that. Ooh, pink sky. Very colorful. I guess I should say before I go any further, the reason why the resolution is so ancient for you guys viewing this video is when it comes to the characters in this game, I decided to do a little something that I privately like to call, Project True Classic or True Classic whenever I play this game, which is actually the name of the playlist that all these character videos are going on in this game, because obviously when this game came out a long time ago, 1999, they didn't have, 1024 by, whoa, they didn't have 1920 by 1080 monitors. They had, 4 by 3. So whenever I play this game, I run it in 4 by 3, and it's also being played right now on a very old HP monitor from a long time ago. I think the tag on the back of the little sticker says it was manufactured in 2000 or something, so old monitor for sure, and it runs the game at this resolution, and just whenever it comes to playing these older video games, it kind of captures it a little better whenever you get to play it in its native resolution, because, it kind of gets you to be like, oh yeah, this is how the game actually goes, especially when it comes to other older games that I play, like Battlefield 1942 and stuff like that. So anyhow, we're going to advance a little further on foot here, and I'll show you guys the Plains of Karana, which are out this way. So we'll get there eventually. Oh, snake. Very inviting, that is, isn't it? So anyways, we're going to go ahead and kind of waltz our way out there. It's a few zones over, so it shouldn't take too long. And here we are. We are currently in the Kanos Hills zone. So this is the area where there's a little more, agreeable stuff to hunt and go after at level 5. Now, this is more of your ideal hunting ground for a character your level. Especially being a newbie, this is probably where I should stay, but I'm going to go ahead and be bullheaded and go all the way out here and get myself to West Karana, which is probably not the best idea right now, but I'm gonna. If you're around here somewhere and you happen to find, I think it's Clarissa Windspinner's her name or something like that. If you kill any mobs around her, like animals or anything, she will absolutely melt your face, because she is a druid and will kill you because they support nature big time. So always be wary of the faction of characters nearby when you're killing things, or when you're even near them. If you don't know a character, what they stand for, I just avoid them in general. So you're always going to be constantly running away from something, or keeping a pair of eyes on your back so that we can see what's going on. So you kind of want to follow this old stone trail, or cobble trail, all the way out to past the guard tower here. There's a few guard towers in the Karanas. So if you ever get into some trouble, my best advice is just run like hell to them, because there's no way you're going to be able to take down most of the mobs out here on your own, let alone if you're being charged. So I would recommend always keep an eye on landmarks in this game. There is no map, so you're kind of screwed if can't really find any guards. So it's not really fun having to find your dead body. So just keep on moving. Whoa, holy crap. Alright, there we are. So yep, just keep on moving this way and go through this kind of ravine, and eventually you'll get your way out here to West Karana. It's kind of the first, when you're on this side of the world, it's kind of like your first taste of open world whenever you get out to the plains, because from the plains on, it's just straight mayhem whenever it comes to characters and random little things out and about. So you gotta kind of keep your eyes peeled when it comes to that kind of stuff. Anything can happen. And here we are in the west plains of Karana, or is it just, West Karana, as people say. So this is just absolute miles upon open ground and trees and just meadows, or whatever kind of environment you would call this in the real world. Kind of just like, I don't know, a forest. Not really a forest, actually. It's more of just a plains. So, duh, right there in the name, right? Um, so whenever you go out here to West Karana, you're going to notice right off the bat, this guy's a member of the Silent Fists inside Kainos. It's a clan. It's like a monk clan. Anyways, whenever you head out here, you're going to realize there's these villages over here. Now, the village right here is completely safe. There's like shopkeepers and everything in there. Just normal good people that you can kind of chill out with. They'll help you out. They give you, stuff if you give them money. So shopkeepers, should just said that. And up in those mountains up there, I understand it's going to be very tempting to want to go up there. Do not. There is hill giants up there. There's actually a cyclops in this part of the map, and there might actually be multiple. I'm not sure. Yeah, when you're in this part of the world, you want to keep an eye out for dangerously high-level mobs. They can wander around anywhere out here and just sneak up on you and really ruin your day, especially in the mountainous areas. Like I said, that's where all the giants like to hide. So up there's bandits, there's giants, there's random just animals. I think there's actually an army of ogres up there somewhere, and I don't mean like Shrek. I mean they look like people with goiter is what they look like. They're not, Disney looking ogres. For people that have never played this game before, that's the best way I can describe them. They look like people with really bad goiter. Um, I guess they kind of look like Shrek, actually. I mean, if you had human skin complexity and not, green, obviously. So just a normal pale ogre, really, is the way to go. Here's the floating tree that the devs forgot to put down on the ground 20 years ago, I guess. Always very interesting, that tree is. Walk past it all the time. So further out this way, if you follow the dirt trail and go to your right, going out of Kainos, you're going to find, first of all, another guard tower. This is always a key landmark. Always know where the guards are. There's another one way over there, I think, way out yonder way. There's also a lion. And the barbarian camp back here is going to be pretty nice little spot if you want to go and either fish and get some money by selling fish, or if you want to go and buy some gear from some friendly vendors that are more warrior focused. And also, if you just want somewhere to go that you're not going to get your face melted off out here, is what I would say. So I would definitely recommend going out that way. I do not know who that is. Obnopter Barony Biddlitz. What is this? Is this a character or just like a player? Yeah, that's definitely a necromancer. It's got a dead body following it. Also, it just said it looked at me from indifferent to apprehensive, which means it's trying to trick me, probably. So I'm not going to go to that thing. What the hell is that? Okay. Anyhow, going back towards the barbarian camp and another guard tower, we're going to be going over this hill near the Karana River area, which runs through all the zones until you get to, I think, East Karana, where there's a giant waterfall and another barbarian village, I think, or an Aviac village, which is birds. So we're going to go out this way. So as you can see, more guards in here. They'll help you out if you're getting murked by an animal. Run to them. They'll kill it. And here we are in the BFE. Absolute middle of nowhere. Oh, look, they got a dog named Frostbite. Adorable, isn't it? So yeah, here we are near the river area. This is where you're going to find a little safe haven of barbarians. They'll sell you things like armor, weapons, fishing equipment, you know, the basics, especially for being a river community, right? So, McManus, you know, welcome to the village of McManus. So good, feel free to look around. Keep your hands to yourself, good day. Yep, dialogue. Wonder if they have anything actually good to sell right now. Yeah, round shields, target shields, swords, molds. You can get to the trade skills of making armor in this game and clothing. It's kind of cool. Catch a lot bait. More swords. So, you know, just like the basic vendor items when it comes to this kind of stuff. Especially, like I said, a warrior-based faction or race, barbarians. They're going to sell you a lot of armor, swords, and then just equipment for any class dealing with armor and weapons, like, you know, swords, axes, shields, everything. So that right there is about as far as I can really go in this region of the world without getting my face absolutely cremated by a mob. If I go any further out that way, to the, I think that's to the north, maybe? I'm not sure. Gotta get my sense heading skill up. If I go that way, though, there's a lot of bandit camps and everything along the river, so I'm gonna end up getting smoked by something. So yeah, that has been kind of my re-debut into the game here. I'm trying to get a stable foothold somewhere in this game, starting from the ground up somewhat. So, not a terrible start. Very sorry for just the nonsensical rambling in this video. It's kind of how they are, so can't really do much else. I don't really know a lot of things, so when it comes to this game, I just kind of fumble around and find out. Used to know a decent amount, I guess, but that memory's kind of faded over time. Haven't really been on the game as much in a long, long time. It's been about a year or two since I chose to get back into this game, so I'm kind of excited. It's a little bit of a slower paced game, so it'll be nice. Be a nice change. Give me back to something to do, I guess, besides, you know, work and clean and things, right? So yeah, so here we are back in EverQuest. You know, I hope to make a little more few more videos this fall break before I go back to any major level of, you know, working or school or anything. So, but yeah, this has been another video, you know, for all those that you choose to watch. Thank you. I really appreciate those of you that choose to view my videos. It's awesome. People still do that. Um, And yeah, I mean, like, leave a comment, ask questions. You know, I want to talk to some of you guys. You know, I haven't really had many people in this game to communicate with or talk to or anything. So you know, it's kind of just a lone warrior kind of thing, or lone wolf, not warrior, wizard. You know, haha. So yeah, I mean, reach out, ask some questions. You know, obviously I ain't gonna get mad or nothing. This is a very open channel, so yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see where we go from here. Have a good night, and yeah, talk to you guys soon.